Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Olha como um cigarro resolveu tudo, né?
Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special.
Ok.
Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there,
Olá.
big guy.
Cinzeiro. Vamos ver, né? Coruja, janela.
Nice view of the lake from here. Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
Nathan, sofá, quadro, palhada, beleza.
What you doing, big fella?
Drawing
Oh yeah?
Legal.
What are you drawing?
the nice red man.
You mean
Legal.
Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't
Legal.
mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
E... Mas qual será que é? Que ele
So,
tem?
you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth, that she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Beleza, colecionador de arte.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces looked like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive.
Deve ser o
He
Charles.
knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue.
Beleza.
Thanks.
Vamos ver.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Beleza, Força Aérea.
I don't need to ask her about. Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting.
Da hora.
When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
Pô, deve ser uma merda isso, né?
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
You know, I've been through something similar. My mom. She never killed herself, but, well, she came close.
That's a damn shame. I heard about her problems. Is she doing any better now?
Better isn't the word I'd use. I had to put her in a place where she couldn't hurt anyone, including herself.
Yeah, life ain't easy for any of us. Flip a few coins along the way, and I could have ended up somewhere like that myself. I'm awfully sorry things went that way for you, Ma.
Thanks, Sue. Taking it one step at a time.
Então tá, vamos lá.
I don't need to ask. What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Caralho.
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about...
Does...
Oh, he's...
Yeah.
That
Pô,
about...
caralho. Vamos mostrar a foto, vai que é o cara da foto, né?
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day.
Que é isso, mulher?
And... No way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5 grand in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue, thanks.
A gente tem que pensar que em 70 e pouco, 77, 75 mil dólares era dinheiro pra caralho.
Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
Colecionador de artes para... Beleza. Vamos ver quanto tempo tem de gravação. Vamos ver, relatório.
No reason to show her that.
Mais um cigarro, mas...
It was fun the last time, but nah. What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
No reason to show her that. No reason. I'd rather just ask her about her daughter directly. I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
It's an early painting by Lily Myers. I can smell something cooking. Elk, by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods.
Beleza, vamos ver. Perguntar
Nah,
mais uma
he's
vez.
stuck in his own little world.
Beleza, eu acho que o vídeo acabou aqui, né, gente? Acho que vou ter que separar ele em duas partes. Será que dá pra ir pro cais?
Looks like there's a small dock with a couple of boats. I don't have a reason to go down.
O lago.
Conwell Lake.
Falou do bosque, né?
Thick, dense forest. What were you doing out there, Grandpa?
Caralho, agora que eu vi que ela coloca capacete. Vamos na casa da vovó. E, bom, acho que é isso.
Dá like!